And so, yeah, so from my understanding, the luxury tax is now what they want to tax on the money. And to me, it's a bunch of hogwash that Obama getting on folks' nerves. And Michelle, you know, they just picking at people, because they're like that. They're very uneducated. I really believe that, and I believe that this, even the diploma of being attorneys, are just hogwash. They've been on YouTube, and YouTube teaches you everything. Amen. Amen. And so, yeah. So the Lord knows. He knows what he's fighting for. My little polar body, he said, okay, I'm strengthening you. I've given you a peace and all this. And so I've dealt with the poor. Even with the poor, I believe, even after they get out these people who, as he told me years ago, I didn't make them that way. I just let you walk through past them, and I already knew how they were going to act. And I remember years ago, I said, Lord, he told me everything, my steps were ordered, and everything I was going through was of him. And he said, but don't think I made them that way. These people still have to suffer the consequences because this is who they are. This is the way they are. I just led you their way to mold and make you. Now, he told me that years ago when he came down to church, folks. So it's the same now that he already knew. And so he's heard America and others' cries. He's heard the cries of the country. He already know that people, mere people, that's all they are, individuals, get up in position and they press for what they want, what they desire, outside the law. If we are the people, and America is a country who's governed by the people, and if it's governed by the people, we have set laws in place, laws to keep us in order. And it shouldn't be that one president can come in and just do what he wants to do. A lot of things that are being implemented, you would think it was part of being a Republican. That's another scheme that can come into place. A Democratic can go in and do what a Republican would normally do. Republican takes benefits. Old people are being hit. And so Obama needs to establish what he is. Are you a black man or are you a white man? Are you Democratic or are you Republican? Are you for the Americans or are you for another country? So he has so many decisions on his plate that we kind of understand why he's going through. Amen, amen, amen. The thing is, though, a fight is not won by one who's at a disadvantage or one who's at an advantage. To me, a fight is the I want to say the percentage, but there's another word I want to use. And so, with him being in position, with myself being smaller in stature, well, I can't even say that. But he's the president. So naturally he is the one in position. Amen. And so he, yeah, let's leave that one alone. I don't even want to touch that one anymore. But again, I want to go ahead and let this video go. I just wanted to answer your question, which was a basic question. What do you think the game plan of Obama has been, and Michelle? And I just believe God when he said they worked their way. Now, we still have some blacks that are angry. As I stated this morning, I sat here and thought those people in Africa may not be his parents. He may have paid them, to make it look good while he was in office. All part of the scheme. And they're sitting back, oh, I can't believe Miss Renee and Miss Michelle and Miss Oprah. Here we are, all blacks. They know they could, especially me. I probably look like I'm just a villain because he's a black man, right? That's all they say. And they should see his skin color. No, he's not a black man, But again, we want to get racist because we start pushing people out. Amen. We start pushing people out. But let me ask the question. Did it weaken the African America that we had an Obama in there? Do you think what his schemes and what he's done, because it didn't show that we were unified. Now, again, I didn't see others unified. It didn't just weaken Africans or African Americans or black Americans. The country in its whole, so when a white man, Hispanic man, whatever other men that are over here, we're surrounded by immigrants. We are. And so we have to look at that if Obama can get up there and do what he wants to do and none of us stand up, then we're doomed because they can put anything in position. If we're not fighting for our country, then why be in position? I'd rather for a real military man now to be granted positions in the White House. I can't stand educated folks off in there because they're not good enough. We have an Obama who's trained for war and others like him that have come in from the outside. This is what we're dealing with nowadays, coming in from the outside and taking over. We need some villains up in the White House that's going to be wise, knowledgeable, and valiant. Amen. Because we need to protect what's ours. I love America. I was born and raised in America. I love my country. I love other countries too. I would love to go see other parts of the world. But I was born and raised, and you don't want to erase your history. You don't want someone to come up and make your